Hi and welcome, crafty friends. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me. So the first thing I want to tell you is that the video is not live. I'm doing this video that it goes in conjunction with our blog / Instagram hop for our team. So I needed it for my blog hop. So don't you worry though, I'll be doing a live video on Tuesday. Trying to think of the date, but I can't. All right, let me get you flipped around. Just close your eyes for a second while I flip the camera and you look at my hand. So exciting. Let's flip her. Right. Okay, not horrible. I'm gonna move you up just a little bit so I can reach. It's my computer over here. All right, and my house code is right here because that kind of helps you from seeing some of what's there. Alrighty, so tonight we're making a card using two Stampin' Up! Products. One, I'm going to use one of the sentiments from Beautifully Happy, and this is a Sale-A-Bration stamp set that is at the $120 level. So if you spend $120 before tax and shipping, you can make this one of your choices if you choose. All right, now the paper is still in the package. So I'm going to show you a bunch of the pieces. You can look on my online store and see the paper. And oh, actually, maybe I can show it to you right here. Hang on, I found a Sale-A-Bration flyer right beside me. Okay, so again, this is also Sale-A-Bration. So that was our challenge this month, to use two Sale-A-Bration items in our projects. So I'm just going to hold this right about here. This paper, it looks really busy, and it is, but it is absolutely stunning. Wait until you see it. So this is at the $60 level, so you spend $60, and this may be one of your choices. It's up to you. Now, a reminder again that Sale-A-Bration products are while supplies last. And as far as I can tell, this paper, the Favored Flowers, 12 by 12 paper, has been super popular. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I did, well, actually the card went through a whole bunch of sequences, but I ended up with a piece of craft paper that I cut to 4 1/4, and I left the 6-inch, it's 6 by 6 paper, because what I did is I was able to put all of this along with the stitch greenery die through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get this beautiful pattern on it. It doesn't really show up in the photos of the card, but trust me, it's there. Alrighty, so I'm going to need my silicone sheet because I don't really want to get glue all over my desk. Alright, so this card, I put a lot of thought into it, so I'm going to show you all the pieces. I just want to show you them a little bit closer. When you see the detail in this flower and the depth of color, there's light to darker and then into black. It is amazing. This piece is phenomenal as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set it up a bit, and I'm going to try to recreate the same card. Now, I say try to recreate. I did cut out all the same pieces. Well, that one looks a little bit different. Okay, well, I did. And I'm just going to place them kind of where the outside pieces are going to give me a frame of reference. So I hand cut all of these, and you know what? I don't like fussy cutting particularly, especially there's more pieces off to the side. But the difference was that I kept coming across black instead of white, and white would have shown up not as pleasantly, I think. So it was super easy. I did these I don't know, probably took me, oh, well, I'm slow, so it probably took me about 40 minutes to cut all the pieces and a couple extras because I cut the wrong ones. Go figure. All right, so there's our first piece, and I'm using Tombow, so I have my wiggle time. I do require my wiggle time. So I'm going to put that one right there. I'm not using a ton of glue. Well, it came out fast. This is a new bottle, so it's coming out faster than one would have thought. I have to stop right there. I just realized what I did. I have to put my sentiment piece in. So what I did is I took a piece of fresh freesia and I heat embossed Sending Happy Thoughts. That's from the Beautifully Happy stamp set I showed you at the beginning of the video. And then I really, honestly, I random cut it using one of the Basic Borders dies. And it doesn't need to go to the side necessarily, but it does have to go under a bit. That's why I had to stop like right then so I could get the piece under. So it should be able to go right there. I just need to check my pieces. Yeah, we should be good. Yep, we're good. Okay, so before that dries, let's throw this one on. Sorry about that. So it's a random piece. Basically, it has not got a specific size to it. I do want it to go right to, well, actually, I want this to be straight. So I want my sentiment to be straight. So what I may have to do is I'll put that over the edge and I can always cut that off. If it's, oh no, that's pretty straight actually. All right, I'm gonna have to re-glue this one just a little bit. And I do want to say, if you're watching me for the first time, or the second or the fifth or the 100th time, do leave me a comment. I read all of them and I respond. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please do. That helps me immensely. I'm trying to think if this goes here, and I'm thinking it does. I'm thinking it does. So let's put it on. There's a couple pieces I have to tuck underneath, so I'm going to keep some of the area without glue. Now you notice I'm sticking right to the edge, which is why I made this piece 4.5 across. Okay, so I'm going to do a little tucking, but I'm not going to glue these guys in yet until I see where this piece is going. This one's going to get popped up. So I'm going to tuck that one and tuck that one in. Let's see where this guy goes. That should be just about perfect. Let's get this guy up on dimensionals. And you know, I mean, the card has been pretty flat so far, but I cannot do a card. I have a really hard time doing a card without dimensionals. I could probably do it, but I kind of choose not to. Even if you just pop up the sentiment, that changes your card from, well, that's pretty, to, what did you do to give that such depth? And that's what I like. All right, so take those out of there. Now, I don't want to put that one down heavy because I want to see where this is going. Just like that. That was a straight edge, so I'm not 100% sure I cut the exact right one. So I'll be cutting that edge off. Yes, maybe. Yes, I will. All right, so let's make sure that's even with the bottom. It is not, so thankfully I didn't push down hard. Whenever I'm putting on a bottom piece, I should remember this. I have to turn it this way and get this piece. It is straight. This is from the edge of the paper. Actually, all of these are from the edge of the paper. And it just helps me place the piece nice and straight. There we go. Now it's perfect. Oh, you are going to have to move just a little bit. I may have to trim that back. I just noticed that's there. So this was the only part of the card that I couldn't duplicate exactly, or / didn't try that hard. I want to make sure I'm doing this the right direction. I'm going to need a pair of scissors. So I'm going to cut it down as I did on the original. Cut that down and put that in there. In further. All right, before we get too far, I hate to do it, but Mr. Leaf, you're going to have to go just a little bit. I'll try and make it look leafy. It's a bit of a rough leaf, but it'll do. All right, back to it. Don't need those. All right, you under here. There we go. Just tuck that right in. And then this piece also goes under. I was kind of looking for a balance of the purpley colors and these colors. So I didn't want to overdo it too much. I can hear my grandson. I think he's not having the best night because he had a big nap this afternoon, which he doesn't do. I was caring for him today. I just noticed that's not cut as nicely as I would like. And just cleaning up the kitchen a bit after we did some baking. And next thing I know, he's sound asleep. And I'm like, what just happened? He hasn't had a nap for a while. All right, so I'm going to put this here and not glue too close to the edge. And I'm going to cut that straight. You go under, you go right to the edge, and you can go right there. All right, I did cut an extra leaf because I wanted it right here. Felt like I didn't like that spot. Just like on the original. That's kind of funny how that turned out. All right, so everybody down, turn it around, give it a wee cut. A little bit. Come on. I'm like, why are my scissors not cutting? You're trying to tell me something. Don't cut it anymore, Sandy. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Like, that to me, it does have a lot going on, but I think it's really, really pretty. Let's put that on the front of the card. And I'm going to need my bone folder. So what I did was I cut a base of Blackberry Bliss because I compared a bunch of colors. And you know me, I like my white bases for cards. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I went with the Blackberry Bliss because it seemed to like pick up that darkest color. So I cut this at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it at 5 1/2. So basically it's a half a piece of paper. And then, even though I scored it, I still like to check it. All right, and then we're going to glue that down. I just noticed this one's over the edge a bit. So, yes, I'm going to trim that one too. There. Just those little details. I was going to mention, if you don't have a silicone mat, you're going to need one. I do use mine a lot, and yet today, when just before the video, I always clean my desk, like give it a wash. And oddly enough, there was glue on my desk. Maybe from doing stuff like this. I always have to turn it. We're at top and bottom. Ta-da. We're not done yet though. We have to the inside of the card. Oh yeah. So remember when I said I cut this I left it at 6 inches long? This is the little piece that was left over. And I thought, well, I cannot waste that. And it didn't make sense to waste it. So what I did was I put it on my basic white. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's just my standard inside, unless the card has a bunch going on. All right. Oh, I'm so going to get gluey fingers from this. It happens. Occupational hazard, you know. And I'm not putting this right at the bottom. Oh, and you know what? I left it at the 4 1/4, so I'm going to be giving that a wee trim. We're doing trims today. Oh, see, and there's some of the glue. I don't want the glue to be on my card, so this is probably how it gets on my desk. Like this. So I'm going to flip it over. There we go. We're not done yet. That's not pretty enough. So I'm going to slip this in right about here. I know it takes away from some of the writing area, but I think that's okay. I really do. I don't think that's an issue at all. There, just... Oh, no, actually, I'm going to put it right on top. I don't think I put the other one under, but I honestly don't remember. I have this little leaf. And, come on, you know, when you just want a little bit of glue, there we go. Wow, and then you get more than you want. Just scrape some of that off. That is the top of the leaf. I just had to verify that. And I'm going to tuck that under. There we go. Even the detail in the leaves is extraordinary. Like Stampin' Up hit this one right out of the park. All right, and I know some people like to use Stampin' Seal. You use whatever adhesive works best for you. When I'm trying to get something lined up, and that has to have a trim too. And I need my wiggle time. I have to use I have to use Tombow liquid, multi-purpose liquid glue, aka Tombow. Whoops. There we go. And you saw the wiggle room I had there. All right, let's get rid of that. Make sure, oh, see, there is glue on my desk. There is our card, my friends. Oh, we're not done. Wait, I almost forgot. These are from the mini. Now, I want to point out one thing. I had a question about shopping the Sale-A-Bration. When you're placing an order with Sale-A-Bration, do the items have to come from the mini? And that is absolutely not. They do not have to come from the mini at all. All right, so when I did my video on Tuesday, and I do my videos every Tuesday, except this one, I pointed out that you can see different colors. This one's a little bit more peach, this one's a little bit more pink, and this one has a little bit more purple in it, and that's the one that's the one I want. There it is. That's the one I want. And I'm going to, again, trying to strive to make it as close to the original as possible. I will show you the original, because I think I got really quite a lot closer than I thought I would. And that one has purple in it. These are, I should tell you that, the pastel adhesive back sequins. So you've got gold and pastels, and then this bluey color, which is, they're all iridescent looking, which I think is really pretty. I think I'll go right here because that's a little bit close. All right, there we go. Before I forget, I'm putting the lid back on my glue. Here we go. So here's the original, and there's that. So yeah, they're pretty dang close, if you ask me. Pretty dang close. So my friends, I do encourage you to check out our blog / Instagram hop, whichever you're more comfortable with, blogs or Instagram or both. And if you live in Canada and you're looking for a demonstrator to place an order with, I would be honored to place your order for you, or help you place your order, or give you my online store address, and you can place that order automatically. If your order is under $200, I do ask that you use my host code. And the very best thing you can do, actually, is join. If you're looking at a couple bundles or stamp sets and some of this and some of that, and I just realized I didn't turn my light. And the cost is getting up there, you need to join. I'll give you the basic join, which is you pay only $135. You get $225 worth of products of your choice. You get to choose it. Ships free anywhere in Canada. And there is no tax in Ontario and in most provinces. I'm just not sure about which ones, but we can always look at that if that's a question. The other offer is you can either get the white mini Stampin' Boss Mini, the mini Stampin' Boss, oh crap. The mini machine, or you can get, here, let's do this. It's funny when you get tongue-tied that it just gets worse. Okay. They called it the blue mini boho blue mini machine. So you can get it in blue, or you can get it in the standard white. That one is, you pay only $175. You get this, and you get to choose $225 worth of products of your choice. Like, you cannot lose. And you do not have to do videos. You do not have to do parties. You do not have to bug your friends and relatives to shop. You can enjoy your 20% discount at least to the end of July, which is fabulous. So I would love to have you join my Stamping Inspirations group. They are wonderful ladies, and we have lots of fun. So I've talked enough. I will see you, as I said, on Tuesday. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, wherever you are, and we'll talk again. Okay, bye-bye.